The first artistic thing that tapped in was definitely like colors and art, and like that was like when I was like, you know, a baby, and then when I got to like age 5, I started singing, and like I was really good at it. Like I didn't practice or anything, I just started singing. And like I don't know, it just kind of branched off from there. And like my mom did poetry. I used to like, you know, study her and everybody else, like Trey Songz, Chris Brown, Justin Timberlake, all of those people, Mary J. Blige, everybody. And like it kind of was just like, you know, it kind of gave me like a memory tracker, like, you know what I'm saying, of melodies that I could either mix together or I could actually imitate, you know what I'm saying? And like, as you get older, constantly doing covers of other people's songs, you start getting a hang of what's like aesthetically pleasing to other people's ears, you know what I'm saying? Like of what they like to hear. And, you know, it's like everybody else's sound mixed with my voice and then my own sound and my flavor. It's like, you know, it's hard to produce something bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never the one that'll be like, oh, I'm like the hardest artist. No, I'm like as humble as they come, but I do know for a fact I do have a gift. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I started putting that to use. And then I think when I was about like 12, I started rapping and stuff. And then I wasn't good at rapping until I was about like 16, 17. But that's because I've like freestyled over the years. I never wanted to write or anything like that. So I just kept freestyling. And eventually I just got really good at it where I could just make a story out of nothing just by freestyling. Well, I recorded back home and like, it just wasn't really that, you know, it wasn't really that good because I was like, you know, in the trap house studio and stuff like that. But when I moved down here and my manager, you know, I met him from being homeless and like somebody just, you know, kind of like leaded me to him because they said that I had talent and they just heard me singing. So he was like, you know, I'm gonna put you in the studio. He put me in the studio and like, you know, it was a different setting. It was like a legit studio, multi-million-dollar studio, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, it's gonna sound really good. I'm not gonna have any trouble. I got in there and I was like so nervous because of how crisp it was. It's like, this is your voice. You know what I'm saying? Like you, like, this is what your voice really would sound like if it was being recorded with autotune or without autotune. So it's like, you know, it's like you gotta actually come with it. I was so nervous. I couldn't get nothing done at first. And then I finally got like one song done. And then we just released that. And that was the song Lick that I did. But after that, my manager just kind of like helped me. He gave me other songs to listen to. You know, and he used to be a singer himself. He won't say this to a lot of people, but he used to do music himself, and he's actually really good. But he just gave me pointers on different ways to come at hooks and verses and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, I would say that my manager is the one who shaped out the way that I, you know, impact on a song and stuff like that versus my first album to the album that I'm working on now. Man, I would have said just stay out. It's just, I wish I would have stayed out the streets. And I wish I really did have a mindset where I was my own cheerleader and stuff, but I didn't believe that I would make it anywhere music-wise because of what I was going through back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I moved down to Washington, I was just trying to get on my feet. And like, for me to branch off into the music while trying to get on my feet, you know, I just wish that I would have known that this would have happened and then I would have been working. You know what I'm saying? I would have never even went to the streets. I would have never even stayed in the streets. I would have probably been stopped doing sports. But, you know, it's just, everything works out for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, all I could tell myself is just, you know, care for how you handle situations. Because I was an angry person back then. And I handled every situation like it was uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I just would have kept it smooth and, you know, did everything that I really should have done and stuff like that, I probably would have been here way faster. Like, way faster. If I could have been a movie star already. If I just would have not been shy and just, you know what I'm saying, like, got on camera and just took the chance when they gave it to me and stuff like that, I would have been already with a name and everything like that. So that way, if I would have came into music, I would have already been a big deal. It's like, they would have been like, oh, snap, J Loud's doing music now, or James is doing music. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, all I can say is that I just wish I was on the right path. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stay on the right path. That would be my advice to myself if I was still young. Just stay on the right path. Going back home and, you know what I'm saying, helping my people out. You know what I'm saying? I gave 5 racks to my mom and I gave about like 2 racks to my sis. And like, I don't know, it just kind of made me feel good to be able to like you know, finally help out like I really wanted to, because that's all I ever wanted to do as a kid. I didn't do sports just for me. I didn't do it for anything like that. I knew if I was to be big someday, I'll be able to help out my family. So that's what my main key was. So for me to be able to like even get into the beginning process of doing that, you know, that's what makes me feel good about myself. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, going shopping and, you know, getting my own studio equipment. Because when the first check hit from my first deal, that's all I bought was the studio equipment. I spent about like, I think $3,000-4,000 on studio equipment. So it was like, I don't know, it was a beginning process of everything. It feels really good because I'm not spending my money towards like things that could get me like in a bad position. You know what I'm saying? Besides guns. But you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm using the guns to go, you know, do dumb shit. It's like, you know, I'm keeping them for my protection, for my safety. I'm not just going out and like, you know, who won't smoke? It's like, nah, it's just, I'm staying low key. If anybody finds me while I'm being low key, then obviously that, you know, that's not my fault. That's, you know, I'm gonna have to handle that situation, but it's never gonna be a position where I'm looking for the trouble and I'm trying to start trouble. I'm not buying drugs. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm trying to do everything the clean way because I see how it impacted me and other people around me when I did, you know, illegal things, when I did stuff that was bad. Karma would hit instant. Like it would hit instant. If it didn't affect me, it would affect somebody around me. So it's just, I really don't, you know, I don't really contribute towards those areas in life anymore at all. I just really hate, you know, situations like that where people got to do negative things in order to be positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I get it. And at the same time, it's not really their fault. You know what I'm saying? It's what society put them through. It's what people in society at a higher power put us through. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had no choice but to struggle until we made it something. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was dirty money or clean money, we still made it to something positive. So, yeah, that's yeah.